Welcome everyone. My name is Brandon Tasker and I'm a product manager here at Autodesk. This year, like previous years, I'm going to be talking to you about Shotgun. And today's topic is going to be about how Shotgun can be the operating system that your studio needs. So on that topic, I'm going to tell you about what that actually means today, and then we're going to go into what it can actually do for you. And finally, I'm going to give you some steps that you can take to get you there and help you be successful. So let's begin. What does operating system of your studio actually mean? Well, what I believe it means in the most simplest form is that Shotgun can help support a creative studio's core functions. Let's give you some examples of what that would actually look like. So in every automotive manufacturer, you'll have the design studio, which has design, model, visualization, color, materials, and other departments and functions like engineering, fabrication, and marketing. And all of these departments are constantly communicating with each other to realize the vision of the company. This is an extremely simplified model, so let's take this a little bit deeper. In reality, inside of each one of these departments, there are real people, human beings that are constantly collaborating and communicating together. They're sharing data and files and meeting up and having meetings. All of this communication that happens over time ends up being a very kind of complex web of communication. And while this is all critical to realizing the vision of the studio and the company, the challenge really becomes that there's a lot of room for error. There's a lot of kind of pain and struggle with all of these communications. And at any one point, it can break down. And there's a lot of project management and collaboration tools out there that kind of just put a box around this. They just kind of maintain the status quo and allow you to keep doing the same old things, but just give you a container to do it inside of. That's where I believe that Shotgun is fundamentally different. It is built from the beginning to be the conduit for all communication and collaboration in a creative studio. It really becomes the framework for how everything gets done. It links everything together, no matter what software you're working in, no matter what your goal is and what your job is. It brings everybody together. And this isn't me saying this. The term operating system of the studio actually came from one of our customers, saying that that's what Shotgun was to them. And I found that that really makes a lot of sense for me, and I wanted to share the terminology with you as well. So now that you understand what operating system of your studio really means, it's all about linking everything together, let's move on to the next step. What does that actually do for you? Well, first of all, Shotgun as the operating system helps you standardize and simplify workflows for everybody on a day-to-day basis. If you can simplify how people work and give them a nice organized way to do it, you end up reducing complexity, errors, and you save all these teams time. If you save everybody a little more time and make their life a little bit easier, you can accelerate your design cycles, improve how fast you iterate on designs and review them, and get feedback. If you increase the speed and increase the iteration time, you can also improve design quality. You can do that through iteration and feedback cycles, but you can also do it through innovation, using that time to foster new processes or new technology or new ways of thinking and working. So Shotgun as the operating system of your studio elevates you to be leaders in design. It gives you the tools and the ability to actually make fundamental changes to make you the best you possibly can be. And while Shotgun offers these three kind of fundamental feature sets of production or project management, creative collaboration for reviewing and approving, and integration workflows that allow you to do some automation and file management, these are really just the feature sets it provides. And the real value becomes when Shotgun is at the center of your studio. It helps link everything that's happening and gives you a real process and way of working between everyone. And finally, let's now give you the steps that you can take to be successful with Shotgun. So the first step is about just using Shotgun's out-of-the-box features to solve some day-to-day challenge in your studio. This is using it for project management, keeping track of all the work that needs to be done, managing the creative review and feedback loops, and capturing all the notes and decisions made. And finally, moving away from your Windows file system and letting Shotgun help manage the files in your studio to make everybody's life a little bit easier. Beyond step one, you'll go to step two, which is about streamlining your workflows. bringing people together and kind of building and configuring on top of step 1. And finally, step 3 is about you becoming a technology leader, about building and customizing your own tool sets and your own workflows around Shotgun to give you your vision that you're trying to build for your studio. Step 1 is about using Shotgun out of the box. So some of the goals that you're going to have is that when you're done step 1, Shotgun will be the dashboard for your studio. You can see what people are working on, what the latest designs are, and you have a really good view on your design studio. Once you have all of that, that means you'll also have all of the review and feedback captured in the system. All the notes will be tracked as metadata on all the versions that the team generates. Those can be done in Shotgun from the web browser. You can do those using our integrated tool sets, using Alias, using VRED. All of these review tools are available to you. And finally, you can use Shotgun to do your automated file management. So really taking away the responsibility on the end users and enforcing some really basic naming conventions and folder structures that just get automatically enforced every single day by using Shotgun. So next, let's move on to step 2. And step 2 will be for our existing customers that are now moving through all the day-to-day work and looking for that kind of next milestone. So with step 2, the major milestones you should look at are bringing in new departments into your process. That means, for example, color materials. Bring that team into Shotgun, give them a nice simple way to hand off their materials, their color assignments in a digital way that can be picked up by downstream teams, whether that's in modeling or visualization. Connect them into the process in a digital way. If you build this, you'll have a nice, easy, and valuable workflow that's clear for everyone and simplifies it and makes it more efficient. So let's show you what that looks like. Out of the box, as I mentioned, Shotgun helps you manage your files. So really easily, we can go and click on our task we have and click on New File. Shotgun helps us create a new file, but this is essentially a new file like you create in absolutely any application. It's an empty scene, nothing going on, it's empty. But here's where we can take the power of Shotgun and do something a little bit different. We can use Shotgun's building blocks to take over this new file operation. We can, for example, import engineering package data based on what project we're working on. We could also import design sketches to Canvas to start our modeling. And finally, wouldn't it be nice if all of the approved shaders were already loaded into this scene? For example, this may be a minor model change where we already have all of the existing paint colors that we've used in previous years. Bring those in, let the modeler assign them, and we're already further along in the process. So let's show you what doing those things would look like. Now, to show you what's going to happen, I'm going to go open the multi-lister and just show you the existing shaders in the scene. And now if I go click on the same task and again, click on the same new file button, we're now going to have some different processes that happen behind the scenes. We're going to load in package data, we're going to load the sketch onto the canvas, and we're going to load in the shaders for this vehicle project. So I think that's a very simple way to show you we've just saved somebody some time, we've simplified how they work, and now they have access and they can get started working right away. So how do we do this? Well, in Shotgun, we have all this important metadata. So for the project, I can pick what platform the project is. The simple example, we have coupe, sedan, and SUV, but for your studio, you may have your specific platforms called out here. Pick that for the project. That can dynamically change what Shotgun brings into your alias scene. Next, we also know, based on the project, where the latest sketches are and which are the approved ones. So if we just do a quick query to Shotgun, we can find those latest sketches, bring them into the scene, and allow the modelers to start working against them. And finally, we can use Shotgun to manage and track all of our materials, regardless of what software application they work in. So the color materials team can upload these, they can link them to the project, and we can load them in automatically to make sure they're in the scene correctly. So hopefully I've shown you that you can take over this small little detail in somebody's everyday process and add a ton of value. We can start automating these workflows and do it in such a way that we add a lot of value and save people time. So next, let's talk about the final step, step 3. Now, step 3 is going to be about pushing your technology boundaries. This means that you're going to be innovating kind of beyond a lot of other studios in the world. And it's going to put you on a level with some of the most technologically advanced animation and visual effects studios around the world. The goals to get here would be about componentizing every aspect of your design process. This means that the system understands modeling variants, materials as different components and how their relationships are linked together. What this gets you at the end of the day is the ability as soon as somebody starts creating something in 3D, you can visualize it. From a simple sketch in VR, we can bring it into a million different software packages, ecosystems, in all the different variant forms in any different environment. When you have a system built like this, you can start making design decisions quicker than ever before. That allows you to iterate and find the perfect surface design that you're looking for. So let's show you an example of that. Our friends at RCD have put together a prototype connecting metadata and Shotgun to a review system based on Red. Having all this in one place enables you to review in the way that you need to get and realize your vision. So definitely go check out RCD and Lionel's talk here at AIF. So that summarizes the 3 steps to success. So again, the first step is about using Shotgun out of the box to cover your day-to-day workflows. Once that's complete, you can begin to configure your workflows and bring new departments and everyone into your Shotgun workflow process. Then, finally, with that done, you can begin expanding and building new tools, creating new environments and new ecosystems about how you work every day. So to summarize, Shotgun as the operating system of your studio connects the people with the processes and all the data together in one place. It helps you and your design teams be fast, work more efficiently, but most importantly, it helps you innovate. It helps you be successful. And I believe Shotgun may be the most important thing your studio uses. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments about today's presentation, or you want to learn a little bit more, feel free to reach out to me or any one of your Autodesk account managers, and they'll be happy to get in touch. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.